Hello and welcome to a special end of season breakdown. With their quest for a top four finish successfully accomplished, it's time to take a look back at Arsenal's campaign as a whole, picking out the highs, the lows, the star performers, as well as assessing what can be learnt from a challenging campaign. Let's break it down. The biggest tactical plus this season was Arsenal's work without the ball, especially away from home. In previous seasons there's been more of an emphasis on attacking, but this term the side has showed more organisation, discipline and defensive focus. Aside from wobbly patches at Old Trafford, Stamford Bridge and White Hart Lane in general, the players have worked very hard to close down the opposition, press them high up the pitch. They've also worked hard to get themselves back into the right positions too. I also feel that the rapidly developing partnership of Laurent Koscielny and Per Mertesacker has been a huge plus point too. No one has conceded fewer than the 14 the Gunners have let in on their travels this season, and that kind of record proves to me that the team's got great character. Another pleasing aspect has been the way Arsenal has spread the goals around among the forward line. Last year there was a huge reliance on the goals of Robin van Persie, but this time new signings Santi Cazorla, Lucas Podolski and Olivier Giroud have all made handy double-figure contributions. Theo Walcott has also shouldered a lot more responsibility this term, netting twice as many as he did last year. I think it bodes really well that the Gunners can boast so many players that can score on a regular basis. Less talented opponents often try and park the bus against Arsenal, but breaking them down hasn't always been easy for the Gunners to do. At times, opening up the mass ranks has been a problem for the team, and there are two distinct reasons why. Firstly, I felt at times there's been a lack of decisive movement in and around the final third. There needed to be more sharper runs made. And secondly, those in possession of the ball needed to move it quicker. If Arsenal play at a high tempo, they can destroy anyone, but they need to retain that level for longer periods. When they drop the pace, that's when the frustration sets in. The Gunners have whipped an awful lot of crosses into the box this season, but not enough goals have been scored from them. Too often, from good positions out wide, the cross has either hit the first man or has been overhit, and that's hard to explain given the talent of Arsenal's players. Moving forwards, I think it's important for Arsenal's midfielders and wide men to commit themselves more, to make runs into the penalty box, because if you've only got one player inside the area, it's always going to limit your chances to score. Arsenal's 7-5 win against Reading in the Capital One Cup was a crazy game, and it provided the most exciting moment of the whole campaign. I co-commentated on the match, and I don't mind admitting it, I completely lost it the moment Theo Walcott bundled the ball home to make it 4-4 with the last kick of the game, having recovered from being 4-0 down earlier on. It was one of those moments you just never ever forget. I don't think either manager will look back on this game fondly, but for pure excitement and drama, it was brilliant. With the FA Cup draw opening up nicely to suit Arsenal, their surprise 1-0 home defeat to Blackburn Rovers in round 5 was demoralising in the extreme. The Gunners dominated the match completely, but their slow, ponderous play meant they struggled to get the breakthrough. And then, at the other end, Colin Kazim-Richards punished them with the visitors' only chance of the entire match. Knowing that another trophy opportunity had slipped by so needlessly, just like it had at Bradford, left everyone feeling so low. When Arsenal lost to Spurs at White Hart Lane, a lot of people were predicting that their season was about to crumble, but a brilliant 2-0 away win at Bayern Munich restored morale and self-belief at just the right time. The manager bravely replaced his goalkeeper and captain before kick-off, and the team responded with a mature, tactically astute victory that proved that they're still a top-class team despite criticism from the doubters. From that moment on, they played like a team that seriously meant business, winning 8 and drawing 2 of their last 10 Premier League matches. There have been a number of outstanding individual displays this season, but none was as imperious as Abu Dhabi's at Anfield in September. It's a while back now, and it was a tough game for the Gunners, but they won it comfortably, thanks in no small part to the Frenchman's dominance in the middle of the park from start to finish, where he showed strength, skill and composure all afternoon. When he's fit and in this kind of form, Abu Dhabi's up there with the very best. All three of Arsene Wenger's summer signings have done excellently, but the renewal of Theo Walcott's contract in January was pivotal. Having lost several star players in recent years, it was vital the club persuaded Theo to commit his long-term future to the club, and as soon as he did so, it sent out a strong message that the club are ambitious to win trophies moving forward. Theo's enjoyed a great season. I think when he committed, it lifted everybody inside the club. Attracting and keeping top players is something Arsenal really have to do. Most of the Arsenal players have improved this season, but none have blossomed quite as much as Per Mertesacker and Aaron Ramsey. The giant German struggled at times last season, getting caught out by the pace of Premier League football. But now that he's acclimatised, he looks more accomplished, using his intelligence, height and composure to great effect. Since switching to his preferred central midfield position, Aaron Ramsey has also been superb. Growing in confidence game by game, he's developed into an all-round, high-energy midfielder that defends and attacks with real purpose. It's such a bonus for the manager that these two players have come on in leaps and bounds this year. Mikel Arteta, Per Mertesacker and Laurent Koscielny have arguably been the team's most consistent players this season, but for me, the star man is Santi Cazorla. Considering it's his first season in English football, the Spaniard has been incredible. Despite his obvious talent, I love the fact that he's not a showboating softie. He works incredibly hard for the team, but it is his play on the ball that lights up matches. Capable of scoring goals with either foot, he just wreaks havoc anywhere inside the final third. Cazorla has provided great entertainment this season, but the most exciting part is this: he'll be even better next year. Arsenal's cup exits were a major letdown, but overall positive strides have been made throughout the team, and as a unit I think they've worked much better. Compared to last season, the team has gathered 3 extra points, they've scored around the same number of goals, conceded 15 fewer, and they've lost 3 less matches too. Those numbers tell me that improvements have been made, even if finishing 4th is the minimum requirement that the manager sets his side. If the best players stay and top-class newcomers arrive to strengthen the spine of the team, I think the squad's going to look really strong in August. With that in place, and if the team can retain the tremendous character and attitude that they've shown in these last couple of months, I think next season promises to be really exciting. In fact, I'm quietly confident that this time next year we'll be looking back on a trophy-winning season. Have a great summer.